somebody shot in my car. I'm one driver.
Okay, listen. I need to know where you are.
Lindbergh Drive.
Lindbergh Drive and what?
And I can't get. I'm scared to somebody shot me to see this.
Lindbergh and what? Piedmont?
Lindbergh and yeah.
Piedmont?
Somebody shot.
Listen, sir. I want you to listen, okay?
Somebody killed in my car.
Okay, listen. I need to know where you are. Are you at Lindbergh and Piedmont?
Lindbergh, you need to get out from the car and that's it.
Huh?
Lindbergh and the Adina.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put the ambulance on the line. Hold on.
Okay.
In the early hours of May 31, 2023, a popular rapper would be shot and left to die by a 911 operator. At around 4:30 a.m., 30-year-old female rapper Tavy B had just finished performing at a strip club and was heading home in an Uber when suddenly she would be ambushed and shot at by unknown gunmen. But what made this case even more unsettling was what happened after a 911 call was placed. As Tavy struggled to stay conscious, time seemed to slip away. It wasn't until days later, when new details emerged, that the true scale of the error and the chilling twist it led to began to surface. Something far darker was unfolding, and the investigation would soon reveal that this case was anything but straightforward. In fact, these stories are closely similar to the story I covered last weekend. Do you remember a famous female rapper shot dead in revenge after a disturbing revelation? If you have not watched this, I will leave the link at the end of this video. Now, let's look at the life and death of Tavy B. Tisha Bruley, also known by her stage name Tavy B, was a vibrant 30-year-old Guyanese socialite, influencer, aspiring dancehall artist, and mother. Her online presence, filled with dance videos, positive messages, and glimpses into her daily life, resonated with thousands of followers. She was known for her larger-than-life personality and captivating moves, making her a rising star in the entertainment world. But behind the glamour and the fame, Tavy had her struggles. As her close friend Megan recalled, Tavy had a knack for getting into altercations when she drank. Tisha's moods could shift dramatically when under the influence, leading to arguments and public conflicts. However, Megan never imagined these personal struggles would lead to such a tragic end. Tavy moved to Atlanta from Guyana, where she sought to make a name for herself in the entertainment industry. From her early days as a model and actress, Tavy's charisma and beauty stood out. But it wasn't long before she transitioned to social media. There, her talent for dance and love for life flourished. Her presence grew on Instagram, OnlyFans, and TikTok, and she became known for her entertaining posts and positive messages. Despite the wild nights and moments of chaos, Tavy's followers saw her as a beacon of energy and inspiration. Her latest song, Can't Style Me, had been gaining traction and had just crossed 4,000 views.
Like a Rockwell, but chop on them all them a pop style, and every man I say them loose like a top style. Tell them now worry about me, cause me have mine. Top tier lifestyle, me stay fly, cause me love jet. Money stockpile, and me not no budget. Anyway. man a broke neck.
She was on her way to even greater things, but all that would soon change, tragically. In the early hours of May 31 at around 4:30 a.m., Tavy had just finished performing at the Allure strip club, where she regularly danced. Then she ordered an Uber SUV, a black Cadillac Escalade, for her ride home to Buckhead. She settled into the backseat of the vehicle, but she was unaware this normal ride would soon turn into a nightmare. As Tavy's Uber driver navigated the streets of Buckhead, two vehicles began tailing them. The driver's nerves were on edge, but Tavy likely remained unaware of the danger. Tavy's vehicle suddenly came to a halt in the middle of Lindbergh Drive, near Adina Drive, just one block from where Bruley lived. Within seconds, the night would suddenly be shattered by a burst of gunfire. The gunshot came from two different vehicles. The shooters opened fire on the Escalade, spraying the car with over 20 rounds in a matter of seconds. Witnesses in the area recalled the terrifying sound of prolonged gunfire. One resident described it as sounding like a war outside, with gunshots lasting for nearly 20 seconds. And just after the shooters were done, they fled the scene. The Uber driver, though unharmed, was visibly shaken as he immediately called 911. His voice cracked with fear as he reported that someone in his car had been shot.
Atlanta 911, operator 310. What's the address of your emergency?
I don't know. I'm in the road. Somebody shot us.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah?
Where are you?
I don't know where I am.
Hello, sir. I need to know
I don't know where.
I need to know what street you're on.
I don't know which street I am. Because somebody shot in them. Huh?
Someone shot at your car?
No, somebody shot in my car. I'm one driver.
Okay, listen. I need to know where you are.
Lindbergh Drive.
Lindbergh Drive and what?
And I can't get. I'm scared to somebody shot me to see it.
Lindbergh and what? Piedmont?
Lindbergh and yeah.
Piedmont?
Somebody
Listen, sir. I want you to listen, okay?
Somebody killed in my car.
Okay, listen. I need to know where you are. Are you at Lindbergh and Piedmont?
Lindbergh, you need to get out from the car and see?
Huh?
Lindbergh and the Adina.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put the ambulance on the line. Hold on.
Okay.
Grady EMS, operator 992. What's the address of your emergency?
Hey, Grace, Atlanta. He said he's at Lindbergh Drive and Adina Drive. Lindbergh and Adina. He said someone's been shot in his car. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, somebody shot in my car. Huh?
Spell your street name for me.
Lindbergh and Adina.
Atlanta, can you spell that for me?
Lindbergh, Grady. Lindbergh. Lindbergh. Adina, Adina Drive.
Okay, yeah, it's not locking for me. Give me 1 second. Atlanta, did the address lock for you?
Yes.
And sorry, is someone shot or did someone shoot at your car?
Yeah. Somebody shot in my car.
Or you've been shot?
No, I don't know. I don't think so I'm shot. But somebody shot. My customer is...
Okay.
Sir, are you saying someone is inside your car shot or just your car is shot?
No, somebody in my car is shot.
Okay, the person, is they breathing?
Yeah, I see. Some breathing.
Do you have it yet, Grady? Lindbergh Drive and Adina Drive. Someone shot in his car. What kind of vehicle you're driving, sir?
Cadillac. SUV.
What color?
Black.
Okay, you said a black Cadillac, is that correct?
Yes.
And turn your flashers light on, please.
Huh?
Turn your hazard lights on.
Huh?
Your flashers, turn your flashers on. What's your phone number in case we get disconnected? Alright, give me 1 second. Okay, you advise someone in your vehicle is shot. Atlanta, can you
Yes.
go ahead and request PD and fire?
310.
When police arrived, what they found was nothing short of shocking. They found Tavy severely wounded with multiple gunshots in the back seat. Despite her desperate fight for life, the damage was done. Tavy had been targeted and ambushed. No random act of violence, but a calculated strike. As the investigation began, authorities discovered multiple shell casings at the scene, confirming that multiple shooters had been involved. Tavy's brother, who was on the scene, expressed confusion and sorrow. He had no idea who would want to harm his sister. Was this related to her recent disputes, or was it connected to her growing influence in public life? These are questions that remain unanswered. As investigators piece together the events of that harrowing night, several people who were close to Tisha stepped forward to offer insight into her life and possible motives. Megan, her close friend, shared her disbelief. She spoke of Tavy's joyful nature and how much life she brought to everyone around her. But someone else had much more to say. One of the most significant contributions came from Lola, a close friend who was Guyanese and had lived with Tavy and witnessed her rise to stardom. Lola, who is also in Tavy's music video, acknowledged the tension in their relationship, but expressed that she never wished harm on Tavy. While Lola was still reeling from the loss of her friend, she expressed that Tavy had always been in the mix of things, getting into altercations, especially when intoxicated. Lola confirmed that just the week before Tavy's death, she had been involved in another shooting incident, further suggesting that her lifestyle, marked by risky behavior and conflicts with others, may have caught up with her. But that wasn't all. In the weeks before her death, Tavy had also become embroiled in an online feud with an unidentified woman. Social media posts revealed that the two had exchanged harsh words, though the exact details of their altercation were unclear. Despite this, the ongoing tension did raise a red flag, leading investigators to consider whether the dispute played any role in her death. Little did investigators know, the story was far from over. One critical piece of information came from the Uber driver himself. The driver, who had been with Tavy during the attack, confirmed that they had left a strip club when they were ambushed. According to him, 2 cars had followed their SUV, and he described the terrifying moments when the gunfire erupted. He recalled hearing multiple gunshots, which lasted for a significant amount of time. Though he was unharmed, the driver's account painted a chilling picture of the level of coordination and intent behind the attack. Meanwhile, across town, another piece of the puzzle might be falling into place. While Tavy's death remained the focal point of the investigation, another disturbing detail had emerged: a similar shooting earlier that morning. Around 4 a.m. on the same day, a nearby area on Lindbergh Drive had also been the site of gunfire. Several vehicles had been involved in the exchange, and witnesses reported rapid-fire shots and the sound of reckless spinning of cars, raising concerns about a possible link between these two incidents. The police were now working to determine if these events were connected or if they were unrelated cases of violence. Witnesses confirmed that multiple vehicles were involved and the assailants appeared to have planned the attack.
When you hear gunshots, it's just like pow, 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 and that's over with quick little 2 seconds, but that lasted for about a good 20 seconds. It sounded like about 40 shots. It was 2 guns.
Authorities believe the attack was deliberate, though the exact motive remains unclear. Atlanta police launched a full-scale investigation, working tirelessly to uncover the identity of the shooters and the motive behind the attack. As law enforcement combed through the evidence, scrutinizing the numerous shell casings found at the scene, and speaking with witnesses, several details began to emerge, though no clear answers had surfaced. The fact that Tavy's murder was targeted gave investigators a distinct starting point. The assailants were well prepared, suggesting the attack was premeditated. 2 separate vehicles were involved in the shooting, and over 20 rounds were fired into the black Escalade that Tavy had been riding in. Police focused on the possibility that the attack had been driven by a personal vendetta or some ongoing conflict that had escalated to a deadly conclusion. The gunmen, having ambushed the vehicle, had managed to flee before the authorities arrived, leaving few tangible clues behind. But why her? Tavy's social media presence had been one of the most visible aspects of her life. Her vibrant personality and captivating dance routines made her a well-known figure in Atlanta, and she had built a loyal following. Could this be the reason why she was singled out, or was there something darker, perhaps an unresolved dispute or a dangerous connection that led to her tragic end? While Tavy's murder remained the city on edge, it also raised questions about the growing violence in Atlanta. Tavy's murder came just months after the city had been rocked by political tensions, including a rejected bid by a neighborhood to break away from Atlanta. Local conservatives felt that the city's leadership, especially in handling crime, was inadequate, fueling even more frustration and unrest.
As the case continued, the pressure on the police grew. Tavy was not just a social media star. She was also an influential figure in Atlanta's nightlife and entertainment scene.
Wait, be for real.
Her brutal killing sent unbelievable shock through the city, and many began to wonder if this was part of a larger problem of rising violence. The investigation, now focused on finding the shooters, was not just a matter of solving a single crime. It was also a larger reflection of the city's struggles with gang violence and the threats lurking in the shadows of the city's social scene.
This appears to be a targeted incident. As you can see the number of shell casings, there were multiple shooters, but again, we just don't have a whole lot to give out right now.
For those who knew Tavy, her death remains a painful reminder of how fragile life can be and how quickly things can go wrong. Tavy's social media influence had made her an iconic figure to many, especially in the dancehall community. Her vibrant personality, seen in her live videos and dance routines, will forever be remembered by her loyal followers. But the life she had built through hard work and passion was tragically cut short, leaving behind unanswered questions. As the investigation continues, many of Tavy's followers, friends, and family are left struggling to understand why someone would commit such a violent act against her. Who were the shooters, and what was their motive? This story is far from over, and as law enforcement continues its search for answers, one thing remains clear: Tavy's life will not be forgotten. She touched the lives of many, and her story serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of life and the dangers that lurk even in the most unexpected places. The Atlanta police were still piecing together clues in the investigation. Despite several witness accounts of the ambush, the shooters managed to escape without leaving much behind. Investigators focused on the possibility that the assailants were not random criminals, but people with a personal connection to Tavy. However, it remained unclear if the motive stemmed from personal animosities, business dealings, or some other hidden issue. The mystery surrounding Tavy's death grew more complex with each passing day. Was the dispute she had with an unknown woman a factor in the crime? Or was it the culmination of something else entirely? Authorities also expanded their search area, checking nearby businesses, surveillance cameras, and other possible leads. But the lack of definitive evidence made their task much more difficult. They interviewed witnesses, including the Uber driver who was present during the attack, but nothing concrete pointed them directly to the culprits. As the investigation continues, the city of Atlanta awaits answers. Police had already labeled the shooting as targeted, and with no solid leads on the shooters, the search became a high priority. Authorities are working tirelessly in search for any piece of information that could lead them to the killers. As Tavy's family and friends mourned her loss, the public rallied around them. Community members, fellow influencers, and fans all demanded justice for the woman who had brought so much energy to the city. The search for answers was far from over, but Tavy's legacy as a vibrant and uplifting figure would remain intact. Her tragic death, though senseless, only reinforced the need for stronger efforts to protect the lives of those who bring light to the world. What do you think about it? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you found this story intriguing, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.